court, no public fight, and a plan that protects both your company and your kids. That's the promise of amicable divorce. If you're a Florida business owner staring at a high conflict breakup, you've probably been told the only way to get a fair result is to battle it out. I'm here to show you a smarter path. Private, flexible, and surprisingly efficient. Built for people who have a business to run and children to raise. Today, I'll explain how the amicable process works, why it often beats a courtroom brawl, and how the tools and concepts I've talked about in my other business owner divorce videos fit into this process. I'm Ana Augusto, a child-first, solution-oriented Florida family law attorney. For 16 years, I've helped business owners resolve divorce without wrecking the company or the co-parenting relationship. In the next few minutes, you'll learn, first, how the amicable process keeps sensitive details private and gives you control. Second, how it unlocks creative solutions a judge might never order. Third, how a neutral financial expert and a focus team speed decisions. And fourth, why calmer negotiations lead to better co-parenting and fewer post-divorce fires. By the end, you'll know whether amicable divorce is your best path and exactly how to get ready this week. Just know this is Florida-specific general information, not legal advice for your situation. For advice specific to you, speak with a family law attorney like me. In my other videos, we've already separated marital from business property, demystified valuation and goodwill, mapped cash flow reality for child support and alimony calculations, and showed how to divide value without killing the business. Now we zoom out and answer how we reach these outcomes in the smartest way. Going through a litigation in court is public, slow, and blunt, but the amicable process is a private, scheduled, on your timeline and precise. You don't have to be best friends to collaborate in an amicable divorce. You don't even have to like each other. You just have to agree to the process. Negotiate in good faith outside the court with a trained team whose job is to solve problems, not score points. Let's break it down. Here's what changes everything. The amicable process begins with an agreement to not litigate. We will meet privately, we will build a solution, and only then file the basics to finalize the divorce. There is also a similar process called collaborative divorce, but it is more strict. If negotiations fall apart, you have to start all over with new attorneys. With amicable divorce, you make your best efforts to stay out of court, but if one side becomes unreasonable, you still have the option without starting from scratch. Why this matters for your business? First, privacy. Your client list stays secret, your pricing stays confidential, your vendor terms, payroll, sensitive cash flow, none of it becomes theater on a public docket or preserved in the public record. No audience of competitors reading your margins, no customers questioning your stability, no neighbors gossiping about your finances. Negotiations happen in conference rooms, not courtrooms. And second, control. You set the meeting schedule around your business cycles. You choose what's on the agenda. You help decide who's in the room. You're not waiting months for a hearing while your team wonders what's happening. You could be a tech startup owner that wants to keep his burn rate and investor terms completely private, or a restaurant group that wants to avoid competitors learning their supplier pricing, a medical practice that needs to protect patient referral sources from becoming public, or any other business owner that just wants to keep their finances and their business valuation out of the public record. If these sound good to you, first, make a private priorities list. 1 page. Bullet your sensitive business details, client identities that competitors would love, trade secrets or proprietary methods, vendor pricing that gives you an edge, internal compensation structures, whatever it is, and a short why it matters line for each. Competitors could undercut us, would damage key relationships, could trigger employee departures. Bring that page to your first attorney consultation. It tells the team exactly what must stay quiet. Bottom line, keeping negotiations off stage is a business asset. It preserves brand confidence, staff morale, and lender trust. And it protects your children from living inside your case. And here's the next benefit of going the amicable route. Court is a blunt instrument. A judge has limited time and limited tools. They often can't design creative solutions. Collaboration is design time. We craft the deal that fits your family and your company. For a business owner, that flexibility is gold. Structure payouts that match your cycles. Lower base payments during the slow months, higher payments in peak season. Year-end reconciliations when you know the numbers. It makes it predictable for your spouse and survivable for your business. You can also negotiate asset swaps that keep the company intact. You keep 100% of the business, your spouse gets more house equity and retirement. It's trading value instead of tearing your business apart. I've seen creative solutions like a contractor who pays more April through October and less in winter, a retailer who makes balloon payments after holiday season, an accountant with huge payments after April 15th and minimal the rest of the year. This also helps with more tailored parenting plans that match your work. Early morning exchanges before your workday, weekend schedules around your busy season, summer arrangements that respect your peak times. Judges can't micromanage that, but an amicable agreement can. How to put this in motion? Pull out the tools we've been building in my other videos. Your offset map, 2 packages showing asset traits. Your cash fit buyout planner, payment structures that actually work. Your work calendar parenting grid with realistic schedules. When you put real options on the table, numbers your spouse understands, predictions they trust, everything changes. You stop arguing positions and start choosing between solutions. In the amicable process, creativity isn't cheating. It's the whole point. Nobody knows your lives and business better than the two of you. Design the agreement that works in the real world. Because I know you've heard the horror stories, battles of experts, dual evaluation. One says 500,000, another says 1.2 million. There are months of delay, huge bills, and an overwhelmed judge that just splits the difference. The amicable process swaps the fight for clarity. Most amicable cases use one neutral financial professional, like a valuation savvy CPA, who works for the case, not either side. They gather documents, build one shared model, and get everyone working from the same spreadsheet. Your attorneys still advocate for you. Absolutely. But we are problem solving together, not performing for the court. Often there's a coach or facilitator too. Their job? Keep conversations productive when emotions spike. 10 minutes of guided refocus can save 10 hours of email warfare, which also keeps your costs down. When you show up to the first team session, you should have a few key business focused documents already. First, your complete valuation packet, tax returns, P&Ls, balance sheets, bank statements, payroll reports, contracts, debt schedules, and your owner perks list, everything the business pays. Next, your business snapshot on one page. Entity type, ownership, revenue trends, employee count, debt, what you sell, who buys it. Then your Friday cash memo threadline, week by week, what came in, what went out, an explanation of unusual items. Patterns matter more than speeches. Also, have your business goodwill value map. What company goodwill stays with the company versus what's tied to you personally? This is especially critical for professional practices and personal service businesses. And finally, your two-household budget, because child support and alimony must match cash reality, not fantasy. Ask the neutral financial to publish an assumption sheet for the business, growth rate, margins, risk factors, working capital needs. When assumptions are visible, inflated valuations deflate quickly. The payoff of preparation is one set of numbers everyone trusts. Fewer meetings, fewer decisions, and less money spent on conflict. Because here's the reality, you can win a trial, but still lose your future with your kids, your staff, and your community. An amicable divorce aims for a different victory, an agreement that reduces conflict after the divorce. Why that matters. Kids first. Less mudslinging means stronger co parenting. You don't have to be friends, but you do need to be functional. That shows up at school events, doctor's visits, and graduations. Your kids feel the difference. Work performance. When home isn't a war zone, you think more clearly, you lead better, your team feels it, your clients notice, your health improves. And let's not forget that time is money. Join sessions on your schedule, beat waiting months for court dates. You compress the timeline, you reduce noise, you reach solutions faster and stay out of post judgment court more often. If you thought about it right now, could you write 3 to 5 co parenting standards you both can follow? Assume good intent, no surprise schedule changes, kids' first language in text, respectful at exchanges, united front on discipline. Bring that list with your financial proposals. You're not just dividing assets, you're shaping the environment your kids will grow up in. Now, let's address some common misconceptions. Isn't amicable only for amicable couples? No, you don't have to agree on outcomes from the start, just on the process. With a coach and a neutral expert, even tough cases find solutions. It's not about being nice, it's about being effective. Won't it cost more with all these professionals? You're paying for a team, yes, but you're avoiding repeated hearings, endless motions, two battling experts, months of delays. Again, you're compressing the timeline. Many times it ends up being far less than litigation, especially when you factor in time saved and reduced post judgment battles. Isn't it too soft? Will I have to give in? Absolutely not. You still have your own attorney advocating for you. No agreement happens without your approval. Collaboration isn't capitulation, it's structured negotiation where workable solutions rise to the top. We already filed. Are we too late? Maybe not. Some couples convert to an amicable process midstream. Even if you stay in litigation, you can use amicable techniques, neutral financial reviews, agenda driven meetings, solutions first proposals. Ultimately, amicable divorce means no court during negotiations. A private meeting, custom solution judges typically won't craft. One neutral financial instead of dueling experts, faster decisions, better co parenting, and protected businesses. You don't have to destroy your family or your business to end your marriage. There's a better path. If amicable sounds right, grab the free Florida Business Owner Divorce Readiness Kit linked below. Inside, you'll find several tools to help you prepare, like communication templates, budget planners, and business valuation worksheets. Download it now so you can turn this video into action. Now, picture this 3 months from now. Your team isn't whispering because there's no public case. Your vendors are paid, clients are served, your kids are following a predictable routine. You have a signed agreement that fits your cash flow and protects your business. That happens when you lead with clarity, protection, and a process designed to solve problems, not stage fights. Wherever you are today, thinking about your next steps, you've already been served, or you're deep in decisions, remember, you're not powerless. You're not at the mercy of the loudest voice. You can choose a path that is child first, business friendly, and future focused. Choose the process that matches your value. Protect the company that supports your family and employees. Model the strength your kids will remember. You've done the hard learning. Now take the next smart step. Amara Augusto, download your Readiness Kit below and share this video with a business owner who needs it. And if the amicable process feels right, use the link in the description to schedule a consultation with me. We'll review your checklist, sketch proposal paths, and map an amicable strategy. You've got this.